see, I'm gonna cut some of this center out here, just whittle it, kind of whittle it out. Yeah, I did break the, we should have known this was gonna happen. What did I do? Welcome back to the Workbench, where we try to make things. And what we're trying to make today, or continue making today, is Revell's 1971 Mach 1 Mustang. And this is for the Blue Ox Model Shop's Street Machine group build. And we have one mission today, and one mission only, and we are getting this done. We're going to do it together. We are going to get the cross member for the transmission, the tail shaft back here. We're going to get that put together and finished. So if you've been keeping up with this build, you know, I forgot about this when we built the whole chassis. I forgot that we had to clip out the original cross member that was right. In fact, let me show you. It was right here. So it ran right across where the transmission pan for the engine, the motor transmission combo we put it, the new one we put in, it runs right in the way. We couldn't do it, so we had to cut it out so that we could fit this new motor transmission combo in. And then I forgot about it and built out the entire undercarriage of the car. I've weathered it. I've done the whole thing, and now we've been trying to figure out how we're going to get a cross member back in. We need to set it back. We need to move it back a little bit so it's going to sit here instead of up here. So I've taken, and we're going to do this together. I said I'd do it in between episodes, but then I was like, no, let's do it. Let's do it together. Let's see how this works out together. So what I have done is I literally cut this thing into 4 pieces. Let me show it down below. I think you might get a little better view of this. So I cut the thing originally in half. And then I had to cut the wings of it off, the pieces on the outside here that actually run to the frame rail. Had to cut those off. Still couldn't get it to fit in. So now what I had to do is cut here. I cut them right here, the part that turns down. I cut that off. And so hopefully now this will sit flat enough and narrow enough to fit in there. Because what I realized has happened is where the original crossmember set, the actual transmission tunnel is wider. It rolls out towards the door seals. If that makes sense, the transmission tunnel has a radius to it, and it's a bigger radius out here and further out than it is back here where we're trying to put our new cross member in. So the way it was sitting, it was hitting the transmission tunnel. It wouldn't fit in there. I'm not promising that it's going to fit in there now, so I haven't actually done this. All I have done in between episodes, glue the kind of wing parts back on. Hopefully they stay glued on, and paint it, kind of give it a rough paint job there. So now let's see together if we can actually get this to fit in. I think it needs to go this way, and I don't know the best way. I don't want to break my glue joints. Let me see if I can kind of push. Oops. Here we go. Let me grab the tweezers here. I can probably grab this on the outside. Let me just set it down. I have no idea what I'm doing here. I'm going to push on the transmission pan here to try to move it down a little bit, but I don't want anything to break, so I'm being very careful. I think I'm going to have to kind of come in and twist it in, maybe. Please tell me this will work, because I just need this to happen, to be honest with you, because I've got to move on from this. I want it to just go right in there like that. I wonder if that's going to work. I'm just trying. There's a, on this, let me come back down here. On this, so this, what do we call this? Motor transmission combo. What is the name of the kit? It was out of the Foose F100. Is there, I'll show you the box lid as a reminder. So it came out of the Foose F100 or FD100 pickup kit, the motor and transmission did, and it has what appears to be where the cross member for that kit was supposed to mount, which is right here. And I wish I had realized that I would have cut that off. But what I think we can do is try to mount this one right behind that. I mean, it's not going to look right, because that's, I wonder if I can get it to mount right up into that. I don't think so, because then I could just paint it black. Let me see something. Could I get that? I hate to pull this out because I've actually kind of got it in there. I wonder if I can cut You know what I think I'm going to do? Again, we're going to do this together. I'm going to try to cut some of the inside of this out right here. Let me sit this to the side, and then that'll give a spot to kind of. My idea is, hopefully you guys can see this peg that's right here, just a rectangular peg, and I know that's where, you know, it mounted on a cross member in the other kit. If I can get this cross member to kind of mount, well, I don't want to do that because then it's going to be hitting the transmission pan. Man, I wonder if I can get in there and clip that off. What are the odds that no. You know what? Let's just mount it right behind it, and then we're going with it. Because I really don't want to. Let me see if I can get this back in there. I hate that I pulled it out. I should have. Is this the right one? The correct one? No, that's the other side. This is the side. Yeah, this one. Oh, our air filter just came off. Let me move that to the side before we. Probably been scraping that all over the table. Let's see if we can get this back in here. And I'll just I think I'm just going to put this right in front. Okay, push it on the pan, I think helped. Okay, give it back. I should have left well enough alone. I always do this. I always think, oh, I can do it a little better. Get back in there and don't break anything. I had it in there without anything broken was kind of there we go. It's going to just... I just want it to slide in there just a little bit like so. Okay, let's try this side. See if we can get these to meet in the middle is the plan here. And then I'll glue it from there. I've made the reference before. I really do feel like I'm trying to build a ship in a bottle. Like I'm trying to squeeze things in that don't go. So close, so close. I can do this. I know I can. Let's see. It's just hooking. This piece right here is just kind of barely hooking. Oh, okay, that's fine though. Okay. I broke the exhaust leash right there, but that's fine. Actually, it's probably what I should have done in the first place, just to try to get this to work. Straighten that out. Okay. The problem is I don't know if these are going to actually meet in the middle now. Yeah, that's going to meet there. I wonder if do I have these upside down? Did those both break loose? Yeah, that's fine. I can always glue that. I think I might. What if I go? No, what if I go this side, this one on this side? Oh, that might actually work better. Yeah, let's go that way. We're gonna get this done. Whatever we get out, it's gonna. Yeah, actually, this for some reason, maybe I just had them backwards. That fits better. They slide in there better. Now they're not meeting in the middle, so what I'm gonna have to do is try to slide them. Can I get that to slide towards the center of the transmission, like that? Did I break? Okay, what I don't want to break loose is at the headers. I want to really keep those. I think this might actually, that might actually work like that. What do we think? I really do hate this peg piece right here showing like that. And then these aren't completely meeting up perfectly, but we can get them pretty close, and then I can fill those. I can fill the gaps, if that makes sense. And then I can always reattach the exhaust. That's not a problem. Like that. That's not a problem. Reattach it back here. I don't know how crazy I am about this, but it is. I think it looks. It's going to look better than just a flat piece of styrene or something like that. I'm still debating whether I should try to mount it around this rectangular piece here. Let's do it because it's really bugging me. So I'm going to try and just cut some of the center of this out, and I think I just might have broke this loose. Let's see. I'm going to cut some of this center out here. Just kind of whittle it out. Yeah, I did break the... Oh, we should have known this was going to happen. What did I do? Oh no, I just completely broke it. That's okay, because I really don't like the way it was looking anyways. I'm not going to lie to you. We're probably going to have to come up with a different solution. You know what? I wonder. I'm going to pull that out. I'm going to pull all this mess out. It's becoming a bigger and a bigger mess, and I've got an idea. Where is... Speaking of cross members, where's the one from the F100? That's not going to work. It's not going to work either. I mean, it's this right here. Let me show you. It's just a straight I-beam, which maybe is what I end up doing here. Yeah, I mean, it might be what I end up doing here. Let's see. Because it was just making two... That was just turning in really a mess, and I didn't like how it was looking. So let's do something real quick. Let's do exactly what I was saying let's not do. But I think this is probably going to be the answer. Let me just kind of mark this. We're going to do a quick cut job here. It's about right there. I don't even know where that was. Let me just measure between these frame rails here. Right. If it'll mark, I'm sure would be nice. Right there. Now let's cut this before we make just a complete mess of this. And when I say we, I mean me, make a complete mess of this. Let's just see what we can do. Can you hear the disappointment in my voice? I really wanted to make that cross member work, but I just don't. It wasn't going to work at this point in time. Obviously, it would have worked if I had remembered. I could have made it work before we installed the exhaust. Would have made sense. Let's just cut a piece and see what it looks like. I don't know if this is too thick. How much easier is that? I mean, if we paint it black, obviously put our exhaust back in place. I wonder if I could even, you know what I could do? Hold on just a second. Let me, do I have a better, or a pen that'll actually write? Let me see if I can get this to, I'm going to do something. This here. Do I have a pencil? I thought I had one. Something that will write on this would be great. What I can do is cut a notch into this and make it fit right around this little peg. If I can get it marked somehow. I don't have anything that's any kind of writing utensil is gonna write other than a big old Sharpie. I guess I'll use the Sharpie. I do not want to mark on. I'm afraid I'm gonna mark on my exhaust and whatnot. I don't want to do that. I thought I had a pencil here, but I guess I don't. Let me try with this pen one more time. I need to go. That kind of marked. Let me see if I can get a notch cut into that like so. Like that. See if I can cut my finger on film here. That would be great. Let's go in and in here. And this is the last thing we're going to do. I just want to see if I can make this work, because I think it'll be a lot nicer if it kind of, it'll look like it's meant to be there if it kind of fits in around that peg that's on there. Don't break that. There we go. There we go. So we got a little notch in it. Let me clean that up just a little bit. Like so. Running a little longer than we usually run, but that's okay. I just want to get this done. I want to get something figured out for it. There, and it fits right in that notch. I'll clean it up a little better. Or the notch fits right in. Can you guys see what I've done there? So we've got this peg here on the transmission. Now at least it fits. You know, I kind of notched it a little bit, so now it fits up. To that, it looks like it's supposed to be there a little bit. And this is probably what we should have done in the first place, but I just really wanted the stock deal to work. But it's, you know, I think that's gonna be the answer. And once we paint it black, it's gonna disappear. Like, you know, we're doing a lot. Yeah, I'm trying to go into a lot of effort to, I don't know how necessary it really was. You know what I can do? What I'll probably do also, and I'll do this off camera, is I'll take some thinner styrene and just build up here and here and here and here. So it makes kind of that I-beam shape, just to give that detail. I think it'll be fine. And we'll just use our own cross member, and it works. So I'm glad we got to do this together. You got to live through, I had no idea if it was going to work or not, and we got to do it together. I think that's kind of a fun thing to do sometimes. Instead of me having my failures off camera, you can join along and join in the misery with me. The other thing I got to figure out, I just thought about the other thing I got to figure out while we're talking about it is I got to get this side. I forgot. I got to get this side. Let me see if I can show you. This is the last thing with the chassis. I got to get this axle down. I don't know why it's sitting so high like that. So I got to bring that down. Anyways, I'll figure that out off screen, but I think we've got the cross member figured out. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for going through this with me. I do appreciate it if you stuck it out. You're getting to see my thought process a little bit, how I do things. You just try until it fails, and then you go a different direction. That's kind of what I do. And like I said, I'm going to fix this up to look even prettier, I think. Try to make it look a little more like a stock piece. But thanks for joining me. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Let me know, do you have these issues too sometimes? I guess we all have to kind of figure it out here and there. I don't know. But let me know what you think down in the comments. Hit that like button if you actually enjoyed this. I don't know. Hit the like button if you didn't enjoy it. I don't know. But just whatever. I guess hit the dislike button. I don't know. Whatever you're supposed to do. Subscribe, ring the bell, do all those things they tell you to do on YouTube. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.